Okay, so here's the dishwasher that I bought from the thrift store for, actually, it says 35, but it was on sale. They were doing half off appliances that day, so I paid $15. And it opens up like so. It's a little difficult to get open, but it looks like this. And it's for the countertop, and you might ask yourself why I'm doing it in the bathroom. Well, it's because it's the only one that has the right faucet for this little attachment piece here. And this is where this thing goes. Now, I paid $15 for the dishwasher, but I had to order this off of the internet for about $6, and it screws into what would normally be a kitchen faucet, but because I didn't have a kitchen faucet, that was simple, because I have the newfangled ones. I had to attach it to here, up in the bathroom. So this, with a quick connect, just attaches onto here, and that is pretty secure. And directions that I saw tells you to not have it twisted, so I'm gonna try and make it straight. So I got it on straight, and now we're gonna connect it to the power source here, which is pretty much a no-brainer. Okay, as you can see, there's several settings here, and I could clean it up a bit, but it's power there, and the settings there. So I'm gonna fill it up with dishes and some dishwashing detergent and see what it does. So now we're on to the next step. We're gonna load the dishwasher first with the detergent. They told me in the video, or actually the instructions, how important it was to use jet dry, because that keeps the spots off your dishes. And of course, you need this stuff here, that's the cleaner, to help clean the dishes. If you look here, the cleaner goes here, and you have a 15 and a 25, depending on how much dishes you have. I think in this case, we probably got a 15. And again, this is where the jet dry goes. So I'm gonna fill it up here with a little bit of jet dry, because like I said, they said it's very important that this keeps the spot off your dishes. So I'll put some of that in there. And put the top back on that. And then I'll put some of the Shiny Dishes, Shine and Dry, Rinse. 180 loads. This stuff looks pretty interesting. Into right there. So I'm just going to fill the 15 side up with this detergent. Whoa. And I'm going to close it. Okay. So much for that. Okay. And I also have some dishes that are mildly dirty. I'm just going to slide this rack out. It looks familiar, kind of like another. You have your piece here for your utensils, silverware, and your dishes are supposed to go back here with this little gizmo once it's in place. So I'm going to load these dishes in. I have some glasses that are pretty spotty and just mildly dirty, and I'm going to see what happens. I'll be back. Okay, so you can see what I've done. I've just added the utensils in the various locations here. Then I put my glasses there and there, and one back there. And this little rack here that I use sometimes to cook things with in my oven, I just kind of leaned it so it were a plate sideways. It also comes with these little basket covers here, so that if you wanted to and you had smaller utensils, you could actually close this up. But since I'm not using those, I'm just going to put those aside. Okay, so I'm going to just slide it in and make sure it closes. It has this little basket and it says jet dry at the top, which is a little confusing to me. I'll look to see later how, if jet dry is supposed to go in there. This thing doesn't even open from what I can see. So I just kind of sprinkle some around it, and I'll check to see where it really should be later, and how clean the dishes come and how spotty they are, because you can see that dirt there. So we'll see what happens at the end. So the next thing it tells you to do is turn your water on, and it doesn't say to turn it to hot because it's supposed to heat up your water pretty good on its own. But I'm going to turn it to hot just to add to it a little bit. And now I'm going to close the door. And we're going to see what setting we should be at. It It says program. And I think that's for plates, a few plates. That might be for wine glasses. And that's the rinse cycle. So we're going to turn it on by pressing the power button. And then I'm going to see here. I'm going to put it on the long cycle. Then I'm going to press start and see what happens next. I just heard it kick in and make some kind of noise, so I'll come back and I might even interrupt the cycle to see what it's doing. But it sounds like it's filling with water now because it said it's important that these not have kinks in it, because what happens is this is under pressure and this little red nozzle back here, I don't know if you can see that, is where you will, at the end, you will release the pressure. But right now, I don't know if you can hear it, but it just made a noise as if it's taking water into the unit. So I'm sure you can hear the little noise that it makes as it washes. I'll go closer. And the light blink. And I start taking water. As it took in water from the outlet here. So the short story is I fell asleep. It's the next morning and I'm going to check to see how the dishes went last night. And I didn't realize it took an hour and a half. I read later, or read this morning, that's how long it takes. So I'm opening it for the first time here with you. Okay, let me see here that I guess the detergent came out. This is open and it's empty. But let's see how the dishes look. And it's not really damp in here, I guess, because it was washing all night. Oh, well, that's clean. Do you see a little spot right there? What's that about? Oh, that's nothing that's going to come off. Okay. Let's check out the glasses. Well, it doesn't seem to have any spots. And that's important to me. So yeah, that's pretty clean. Impressive. Everything seems to be intact. And you know what, I read that, whoa, there's nothing in here. Wonder what happened to that little thing. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, look, it couldn't have just disappeared unless it's a solid deal. So check that out later. Okay, all done.